Ever feel like your relationship's like stuck in the middle of a family drama? One of those where everyone's got an opinion and they're not afraid to share it.
Oh, absolutely. It's like that universal experience, right? Trying to build something special, but then, bam, family dynamics come into
Yeah,
play.
exactly. And let's be real, sometimes those dynamics can be a little interesting. But that's what we're diving into today, right? Figuring out how to make those relationships work, even when your families might have other plans. And we've got some really cool insights from this relationship guide we're looking at. 5 practical tips. Almost like,
Tools for your relationship toolbox.
yes, perfect. Tools, love it. So first up is setting boundaries. Seems straightforward, but what does that actually look like in
Mhm.
practice, without causing a full-blown family feud?
Well, think of it like this. Imagine, say, your in-laws constantly critiquing, I don't know, your parenting style. A boundary there would be saying something like, hey, we really appreciate your advice, but we've decided to approach this our own way. It's not about cutting them off, it's just about protecting your space as a couple.
Right, drawing a line in the sand. Respectfully, of course, but firmly.
Exactly.
Which leads us to the next tool, which is, I think, super important, presenting a united front. Because if you're not on the same page, it's like, what's that saying? Like trying to paddle a canoe in 2 different directions.
Mm,
You're just going to end up going in circles.
totally. You and your partner, you're the captains of your relationship, right?
Yeah.
You might disagree on like the best route to get somewhere, but to everyone else, especially family, you're sailing in the same direction.
I love that analogy. And it's not about hiding your disagreements, right? It's just about choosing when and where you're having them.
Exactly. And how you're approaching your families, with a shared vision.
Okay, so the next 2 tips, I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. Communicate respectfully and prioritize your relationship. Almost like 2 sides of the same coin, would you say?
Absolutely. Respectful communication, it's super key when you're navigating like any relationship, but especially family. It's about expressing your needs and concerns without, attacking anyone or letting anyone dictate your choices. Because at the end of the day, your relationship comes first.
It's about protecting that foundation.
Exactly.
Okay, last tool in the toolbox, encouraging mutual respect, which honestly can feel like the toughest one sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't force people to get along.
True, but think of it this way. You're not just building a relationship with one person. You're trying to weave 2 families together. So this last tip, it's all about fostering respect between everyone involved. Sometimes that means stepping in as a mediator, maybe facilitating some open dialogue, just making sure everyone feels heard.
So we've gone from setting boundaries to becoming like family therapists. I love it. 5 really powerful tools to deal with, honestly, pretty much any family situation.
And the thing about relationships is they're constantly evolving, right? So here's something to think about. How can you use these tools proactively, not just to resolve conflict, but to actually build a strong, supportive network around your relationship?
Ooh, that's a good one. Really gets you thinking, right?